What's good? What's good? This fucking meme. This fucking meme is what's good. Thank you, James Lindsay. So this is his Instagram, Conceptual James. Y'all should go give him a follow. I think his YouTube channel is New Discourses. I'll link it in the video as well. And I don't imagine James made this. He just shares a lot of memes. He is a meme lord, and this is top tier. This is the best meme of 2023. I say it quite often that there is no difference between communism and fascism. One just uses sunshine and rainbows, and the other uses nationalism to inspire people to believe in their collectivist authoritarian ideology. Communism and fascism are both centrally planned economies, which means the government controls the economy. It's just fascism gives you the perception of private property, whereas communism doesn't even give you the perception of private property. And there are more technical differences at a very high level, though. This is what we're talking about, because what fucking point does it matter to argue about the differences in the piles of shit? Why are we arguing about the differences in these piles of fucking shit? And so this meme is great for multiple reasons, because it has also stimulated some Instagram interaction with people. And one person said they might be interested in having a conversation on this channel because they said that nationalism is a good thing. And so nationalism is one of the elements of fascism. And so this person says that they think nationalism is good. I would be interested to have a conversation with them. They said they can't show their face, but that's fine. If you don't know, this swastika, you probably know what that is, the Nazi symbol, which some people say is fascist or fascism, but technically speaking, the Nazis were actually socialists, which is more towards communism. They were socialists along race lines, not class lines. But they were still the look into it before Google changes history. The nationalist National Socialist Party, but it's yeah. So Nazis were technically socialists, but everybody just says they're fascists. Whatever. For the sake of argument, we'll call them fascists in this picture because again, why are we arguing over piles of shit? But if you don't know what the other symbol is, that it's called the hammer and sickle to represent the tools of the worker and the workers' party, known as communism. And so communism and fascism are getting it on, obviously. They're, doing it dirty. And their baby, this is the cool part. This is the cool part. Their baby is that little D, kind of, that's like the hip Democratic Party logo, because modern Democratic, and here's the tricky part, most average Democrats are not trying to usher in a collectivist authoritarian ideology. However, there are loud, obnoxious activists and useful idiots, as well as a large number of professional people who have occupied high positions, high level positions within the government. Because the collectivists, the Marxists, the authoritarians, whatever you want to call them, whatever they want to identify as, they've been doing this for decades. And I made a video talking about cultural Marxism and how it is not an alt right white nationalist talking point. It is actually in direct reference to a Marxist author, philosopher known as Antonio Gramsci, who said essentially that we must replace the hegemony. And to do so, we cannot directly attack the cultural hegemony. We must first engage in a war of position, which means getting people into positions. And when those people are in position, it becomes a war of maneuver. Then you move. For decades, they have been putting people in positions. And I feel like they're getting close to a point where they may attempt some maneuvers. I mean, they are doing maneuvers now, but and I don't like the Republicans. Let's make that clear. It is essentially a uniparty. Both parties suck, but the activists pushing the left collectivist, socialist, communist ideas are on the Democratic side, even though the Republicans shit fuck bastards too. This meme is more applicable to the Democratic Party because they're the ones pushing the nonsense. They're the useful idiots. They're the ones who have been super brainwashed. Super religious Christian fundamentals are also brainwashed people. Don't get me wrong, but they're not trying to usher in an authoritarian collectivist ideology.
Oh.
They do want to limit baby murder. I get it. Okay. So I just want to go over like some of the conversation that I had that stemmed from this because that's what also makes it a great meme, not just the content. So somebody replied on Instagram, "This is just straight up wrong." Okay, that was their response. Okay. And I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but for your information, their handle is Shinto underscore socialist. And their profile picture is actually of a hammer and sickle. So clearly they're a little biased. But I engaged with them and I said, "How so?" Actually, technically, I said, "Is it though?" Um, and then they replied to me, "Yeah, I'd say it is. If we look at recent history, we can see that the Nazis were virulently anti communist. One of the main reasons that the US conducted Operation Paperclip was to not only get Nazi scientists, but also because they were, as I said, virulently anti communist. So much so that Nazis were allowed to join the CIA and other programs to help the US hunt down communists the world over. Another good example is Operation Gladio, in which Italian fascists were spared and put into the Italian intelligence agencies to also hunt down communists. So overall, this is just dead wrong." So first of all, Shinto socialist, I want to give you a shout out for being based. It is based to talk about Operation Paperclip. Oh man, if you don't know what Operation Paperclip is, you should check it out. But they're absolutely correct. America was like, "Oh, you Nazis did horrible things during World War II, but some of you were smart. We can use your intelligence. We'll just forgive the atrocities that you committed. Come on over." That's true. That's real. Absolutely true. Thank you. I didn't know about Operation Gladio, but I'd believe it. But just because um, just because these ideologies, different like countries are fighting, doesn't mean that this meme isn't true. Um, because okay, I had a response. Where's my response? Oh no, what the fuck? I swear to God, I typed out a super long response and now it's gone. Oh man, I had fuck. It was so beautiful. Okay, hold on. View reply. It might still be there. It is still there. Okay. Here's my reply. I said, I do not disagree with most of what you just said, but I would be interested in furthering the dialogue if you're interested. I believe, and this meme to me displays that fascism and communism are both collectivist authoritarian ideologies that use different propaganda narratives to brainwash the masses into supporting their nonsense. Right now, the crazy stuff the activists within the Democratic Party are pushing is a Trojan horse for the collectivist authoritarian ideology to be implemented. Kind of just what I'm just reiterating what I kind of just said, but I hope this person replies. They haven't yet. But just because Nazis and communists fought each other does not mean that these ideologies do not have compatibilities and are not so similar. And just because they fought each other does not negate this meme. War happens across all kinds of lines. And at the very top, it doesn't even happen really across lines beyond like, okay, this video is going so good. I'm going to try to end it, but I want to wrap it up. Um, that it's not about the ideology. It's about the consolidation of resources and the pursuit of power for narcissistic megalomaniac people who are running our world and who we have allowed to run our world for generations and generations, the global elite. And we need to focus on dismantling them and their game and reclaiming our sovereignty. Both of these ideologies are entirely antithetical to sovereignty, to human freedom, to the possibility of flourishing and thriving. That's the fundamental point of this meme. They are both anti human. And what the Democrats are doing right now is only making things worse. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much, y'all. Much love.